What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, beautiful people of Barcelona, Culers or whatever the other names are. I actually don't know the names, right? But in today's video I wanted to discuss with you guys why were we able to beat Real Madrid 4-0, whereas Liverpool, which at the time, at this rare moment, is a much better side than us. What did Xavi do? Or let me say, what did Jurgen Klopp do wrong for them not to be able to beat Real Madrid like we did? Alright, so let's get right into it. But before we start, I want to ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because that's going to help us a whole lot, right? So thank you very much for those who have been subscribing, commenting on the videos, and we will keep you guys entertained up until the new season starts. So yeah, so let's get right into it. Okay, so this is a picture of the shape of Real Madrid, and as you can see, it's 4-4-2 with how they're defending, right? Or you can say it's 4-5-1 because Benzema is actually up front over in this region, right? So the first thing I'm noticing, which is wrong, is the fact that there's nobody that's gonna keep the width properly, right? You look at Mane, and then you look at this is Trent Alexander-Arnold, or is it? Or I think it's Jordan Henderson, right? The picture is so blurry, I actually can't see very well, because here you can see this is Mo Salah, definitely. So the first thing is the width is not properly kept, right? You would want this player to be roundabout over in this region so that they can be in the head of Ferland Mendy, because Mendy can actually see him right there and he can see the ball. So you actually want him to be right up there. So the first thing is actually the width is the problem. You would want Mane to be far more wide, because exactly the same with Carvajal over here. He can see Mane, he can see the ball, you can see him pointing to this player over here, I think it's Casemiro, to actually go forward and keep Mo Salah. As you can see, he's on his way to keep Mo Salah, right? So the first thing there is the width, right? So that's a real problem. You need to be able to let your opposition be worried about things more than excuse me. You need your opponent to be worried about more than one thing at one time, right? And another problem I can see in this picture, the way Liverpool is set up, is why do they have three players over here? This is Thiago, somebody who's really good on the ball. You would want him to be further up the pitch, right? So right now Liverpool can see him and they can see what he's going to do, but if he was up there, they would have been worried, because what is he going to do, right? You have Fabinho, you have Trent Alexander-Arnold. You would actually want Trent to be up there on the touchline so that he can be the one delivering those crosses, and then overload the midfield with Jordan Henderson coming a little bit narrow. So that is a whole lot of problems you could see with Liverpool. Liverpool was dominating, but that is pure to the fact that they had a lot of pressure on Real Madrid. But in terms of shape, a lot of problems Real Madrid actually has, right? Right now, look at where the ball is at the moment, right? This is Luis Diaz. He's going to have the ball there. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Real Madrid players and another 1, 2 players all against Luis Diaz. There's nobody that's going to occupy the zone 14 over here, where you can actually have somebody that's going to make that run into the box to put pressure on Real Madrid's backline. But right now they can actually see where the ball is going, so they can actually prepare themselves. So I think Bobby Firmino would have actually started this Champions League final. He should have started this game, because there's no width on the other side as well. So that is a whole lot of problems with Real Madrid's shape in this match. You know, look at where Mane is. You kidding me? Look at where Mane is. And don't tell me that this is a counter-attack, because look at how many Real Madrid players are back, and they are in perfect shape as well. There's Mendy, there's Alaba, Militao and Carvajal, Valverde, Casemiro, Modric and Cruz. So all of these players are actually eyes on the ball, and then this is the problem that was wrong with Liverpool's shape. So Liverpool had a whole lot of problems in this game. So just to move on, look at this again. There's nobody there. There's nobody in between these players stretching them. You would have wanted Luis Diaz to be around about over here, so that Carvajal can come a little bit over to this side, but he's narrow now because he can see Luis Diaz. You would have wanted Luis Diaz to be back, and surely Carlos Ancelotti would have had Valverde also move into this region to actually be able to cover for Carvajal, you know, and put pressure on Carvajal because he hasn't had a good season. You know, he's not actually really great in one-on-one situations. But yeah, so that's the problem. Look, even Andy Robertson, he's narrow, and you're making it easy for Real Madrid because they can all come narrow and defend this really good. And this is why Liverpool couldn't score in this game, because they played into Madrid's hands, right? Look at how many players are out of shape over here. Look there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Four guys, you know, only Vinny and Benzema is up here. So look at all the space the Real Madrid players will be able to have there. There's no one, excuse me, I'm speaking Afrikaans, which is my home language, you know. There's nobody that's over here that can just make a run over here wide, that can receive the chip over the top. So there's a lot of problems in the Liverpool shape over here. And now this is interesting to me, right? Look in this picture. In the Liverpool half, there's only 4 Liverpool players, right? There's more fans in this half than there are players of Liverpool actually. You have Henderson, you have Salah, Mane and Diaz. Now look at the Real Madrid players. You have Modric, Carvajal, Alaba, Mendy. This is Militao, Alaba, Mendy, and then you have Fede Valverde. So first of all, you guys are outnumbered, because you have to count Courtois in as well. So Liverpool didn't have enough players in the halves of Liverpool of Real Madrid to be actually able to make an impact. They should have had a lot more players in this half to actually go out and attack Real Madrid. But that is the problem. Liverpool didn't have shape. They didn't have control over this game. You could look at the save that Courtois made, but that's what I mentioned about Liverpool creating a lot of chances only from pressure. They have no ability to control a game yet. I don't think so, at least. So that's the problem with Liverpool that I have personally, them not being able to control the game, because just like the Fede Valverde got loose around on the touchline, and Liverpool went on to score. So that's the problem with Liverpool, you know, not being able to control games, because they create most of their opportunities and chances. They create them from pressure. Now, excuse me for the quality of this picture, yeah, but look at Barcelona. First of all, we have the width, right? You're gonna have Dembele that's gonna run down there, and then you have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Look at how this guy is drawn out of position here, how the way that Barcelona is playing the ball in behind, and this is why we were able to pick Real Madrid apart like that. But I want actually to move on to the next picture over here. Look where the crosser, which is Dembele, and then you have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang right over there. He's in between the centre backs, and somehow he's able to find the ball into the back of to send the ball into the back of the net, and that is what Liverpool was missing. Bobby Firmino was not playing, and that is why Real Madrid had an easy time defending them. The same with Manchester City, the same with PSG. That's why those PSG, Man City and Liverpool, that's why they couldn't score against. They could score but not dominate or have that threat, because they didn't have a number 9. Whereas Barcelona has Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, where he could actually make runs in between the centre backs to go on and score. Now, if this ball actually came back, Pedri would have found it. If the ball went to the right hand side, Carvajal would pick it up, but then Ferran Torres would actually be there to go in to pressure on the ball. So these are all the different things that's small that can make that big difference. And this is why Liverpool wasn't able to beat Madrid like Barcelona did, right? And look again, the counter attack over here, or the attack. Look there, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 players against the potential 2 that would have been able to defend this counter attack. And then again, you have Ferran Torres, which stays wide, and he's actually the one who ends up scoring the goal. And this is fundamental, guys. And I think this is where Jurgen Klopp threw away this game that they would have won very easily. Barcelona has overloaded this box, more players than the opposition. We talked about it in the previous video. right? So this is why I think Liverpool wasn't able to score against Madrid, whereas Barca actually dominated at the Santiago Bernabeu. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, that will be all from my side today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to thank each and every one of you guys who has been part of this. Please do subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, it's going to help the channel a lot. We're going to upload a lot of videos throughout this football break, as I can call it, and we will from the new season, we will not only cover Barcelona games, we will also cover big European games in the Premier League, games from the Bundesliga, only the big ones, right? So that we can have an idea of what other teams are doing as well, and then we will definitely cover the Champions League, the big games, and then also we will cover the World Cup. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure having you guys attention over here. Goodbye.